Yo, what's up, people of the world? Welcome to Goa Podcast. This is our first one. In this podcast, we are gonna speak about Goa party culture, about the scenes happening in Goa, and everything around it. And today, we have a guest who is shaking up things in the Goa scene, the founder of Partyhunt, Rachit Rawat, with us, and we are gonna speak to him about how everything has started. So, how do you feel, Rachit, today being on the podcast?
First of all, thank you so much, Kiran, for setting this up. I think this was much needed, to have a platform where artists and people from the community who are living in Goa for a long time can connect with the local folks and can understand more about what's going on here. So
Yes.
thank you so much for that.
So, to get a little context for our audience, let's say, how did you start your journey with Goa? Like, how did you reach Goa?
Okay, so it's a very long journey, to be honest. So this was, I think, 2016 when I was living in Bangalore that time,
Okay.
and I was working for Quicker that time as a software developer.
Okay.
And around that time, I used to come to Goa like almost every month. If not, then like alternate months at least. And the reason I was coming here was to enjoy the music and the nightlife here.
Yes.
I have been always passionate about music and dance. So Goa was like my pilgrimage on a monthly basis.
Just like everyone's. Like,
Every month here, like whenever I get a long weekend, I was coming from Bangalore here, and that's when I thought, why should I do this up and down from Bangalore to Goa every month? Why don't I move here? So I was trying to get a job here initially, and I luckily got this job in Panjim.
Okay.
It was a mobile app startup, and they actually rejected me 3 times before they accepted me.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
I was like, crossing my fingers. Okay, I just want this job so I can move to
Goa.
Goa. That's the only way I had how I could relocate here. A couple of my friends from my college were already here in that company, so they recommended me in that company. And so I moved to Panjim first when I relocated to Goa. I lived there for 1 year.
Okay.
Before, that company didn't do very well, and that company shut down
Mm-hmm.
after a year. But I decided to stay back,
Okay.
and that's when I thought, like I'm living in Panjim, but it's still the places that I like to visit to, especially the party venues and these concerts and events. That's all happening in North Goa. So
Yes. Yes.
somehow I need to relocate. I need to go one step closer
Yes.
to that
Panjim
scene.
was more like a city.
It was city wide, but still I was like, instead of traveling for 12 hours from Bangalore, it was taking me 1 or 2 hours.
Yes. Yes.
So I got like one step closer. Then I was like, okay, now let's get even more closer. Like, let's get into the scene now. And that's when I decided to totally relocate to Arambol from Panjim.
Great.
And since then I'm here. So it's been almost like 8 or 9 years since I'm here.
So you were really happy moving towards Arambol and enjoying music and dance.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there is like perfect work-life balance here.
So you were working when you moved to Arambol?
So I quit that job, like
Yes.
that company shut down. But I continued working as a freelancer. I was getting some projects
Okay,
from
okay.
Bangalore and from Delhi. So I did few gigs here and there just to, live my earning. And that's like after a year living in Arambol, that's when I decided to start Partyhunt.
Great.
Yeah.
So how did you came up with this idea to start this app? Did you see that there was something missing in this party culture?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I told you, I'm a party hunter myself. I love to go to parties,
yeah.
and I enjoy music. I love to dance. And the way I used to find parties back in those days when there was no party hunt, I used to drive around in the streets of Anjuna and Vagator,
Yes.
and I used to hear where the music is coming from
Yes.
and just follow the music.
The old ways.
Yeah, the old ways, like a very tribal and animalistic way.
Yes.
Like a hunter hunts for an animal
Yeah.
by keeping his ears open.
True.
And that's where the name came from, like party hunt. And um, all our users are called party hunters. And also another thing was whenever I was like, during the time I was living in Panjim or even in Arambol, a lot of my friends from my hometown, my colleagues, they used to visit Goa, and all of them used to ask me one question.
Yeah. That happens with me also.
Yeah,
They
that's
always
like the one
ask,
question
yeah.
which is the loudest question in Goa, and that's like, where's the party?
Yes.
Right?
True.
And then I used to ask them some questions. Okay, what kind of music do you like? What's your budget? How far you can go? How much you can drive? To filter out what are the best options for them. And I was doing it like just as a friend. And that's when I realized, yeah, there is a huge market gap here, like
Yes.
on the other side, I see all these organizers, they were putting up these flyers and banners all around Goa, and it was creating a lot of garbage problem also.
Offline they were doing this.
Yeah, offline they
promotions.
were doing it. So they were trying hard to reach out to their audience, and the audience was trying hard to find these events.
Yes.
So there was a huge gap between organizers and these party enthusiasts. And that's when I thought, I have the skills. I have been a coder since I was 10 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, I have
That's
been
interesting.
Yeah, I have been coding in like advanced languages at a very early age. I was kind of a child prodigy when I was a kid. And yeah, that's I thought, okay, nobody is doing it. This is something I really love. I love to party. In the worst case scenario, I will get free entries in parties,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and that was the first perk actually. For first couple of years, that was the only benefit I had. There was no revenue. And yeah, I thought, okay, this seems like, I have the skills. There is a need in the market. People are looking for something like this. And I was available. I didn't have any job, any big responsibilities as such. So I was like, okay, let's give it a
Yeah,
shot.
you're just freelancing, and then you thought I could get free entries in the party, so why not?
Yeah. I was
develop
already going to parties, but I was paying for it.
Yeah.
I was
Now it has become so big that everyone talks about party, and if anyone is asking which party to go to, everyone says go and check on Party Hunt. So thanks for providing this app and making it useful and helpful for everyone. I would like to know what kind of challenges did you face when you were starting up and trying to launch this app and connecting to your venues or promoters.
Yeah, many challenges. First of all, I'm a solo founder.
Yes.
So I had to do everything by myself, especially in the beginning when I didn't have any money to hire anyone. So I had to learn everything, designing, UI, UX, front end, back end, marketing, sales, operations, legal,
Which
finance.
you are not used to at all.
I wasn't. Yeah. I only knew the coding part, front end, and a little bit of back end.
Yes.
And besides that, I didn't know anything, to be honest. But I think that was the fun part as well, because it was
to learn
challenging.
something new.
Yeah. It pushes me into that zone where I had to learn.
Yeah.
There was no other way around. And I think that's the best thing I found about entrepreneurship as well.
True.
That's
True.
a job which pushes you into challenges and pushes you to grow. And yeah, it helps me in my own personal growth as an individual, in my spiritual growth, and Yeah, so that was the first challenge, definitely learning a lot of new skills.
Was it easy to get venues and promoters on board, or how they reacted when you went with your pitch that I have built this app?
Yeah, it was actually, I could not believe, it was surprising, but organizers were so welcoming.
Yeah,
I remember like some restaurants and cafes, they were telling me, finally you are here. Like we were waiting this for years and years
Yes.
for a product like this, and now finally somebody has done it. And they were putting up my banners on their main front gate, l- on top of their name. You know, my logo and banner used to be bigger than their own nameplate.
That's great.
And they were just doing it by themselves, stapling it on their main gate. I remember a lot of venues like this in Anjuna and Vagator. So it was very warm, welcoming from the organizer side, and same from the user side. You know, everybody who were downloading the app and using the app, the amount of love that we got was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because we are in an industry of spreading joy and
Yes,
fun.
yes, yes.
Right?
It was very helpful for people who were looking for parties.
Yeah. People were going to those events and having experiences of their lifetime. You know,
True.
the immemorable experiences that they talk about with their friends and family for many years to come. And I think that was that kept me going in the beginning. That love that I got from both organizers and users,
Yeah.
and yeah, that was the fuel and the cash flow for us. in
That's
the
great. So
initial years.
right now, Partyhunt is for people who are looking to do parties and for people who want to list their parties.
Mhm.
What is going on currently in your company or app? What are the new developments? Or I have seen that you guys have just launched in Himachal,
Mhm.
Pune and Bangalore.
Mhm.
So tell us more about the development in present times.
Sure. So initially we started from Goa. As we know, like Goa is not just a national but a global party destination,
Yes.
right? So it was the best place to start from. Um, but what we saw initially was a lot of people who were coming to Goa from neighboring cities like Bangalore or Pune. When they were coming to Goa, they were using the app, and once they go out, they uninstall the app.
Okay.
So that's why we started launching in new geographies, which were uh, closer to Goa and also complementary to Goa. So like Himachal,
Yes.
Himachal season starts when Goa season ends,
True.
and vice versa. So that was the reasoning behind launching in those new geographies. It's still like it's not been an year since we launched in these locations, so we are still in early days in those locations, but it's picking up. And yeah, the vision is to eventually make it a global app.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to spread it all over India.
All over India and hopefully all around the world one
Wow,
day. Yeah,
that's great. Great vision.
That's the vision. Yeah. I mean, see, that's the beauty of a tech product. Also, it's highly scalable.
True.
We can launch the same product around the world without doing much. You
Yeah.
have to do a little bit of operational and sales efforts, sales and marketing efforts. But besides that, it's highly scalable. So yeah, that's our mission statement is make the world dance.
Great.
Yeah.
So now I have also heard that you guys are getting into ticketing, because I have seen somewhere it said that tickets are available on Partyhunt. So are you trying to get it where there is already a lot of competition? Are you planning to get into ticketing?
Yes, we are getting into ticketing, and it's not the only thing that we are working on. We are working on multiple fronts at the same time.
Okay.
What we want is we want to build a one-stop solution for the entire music event industry.
Great.
Yeah, be it discovery, be it promotions, be it ticketing, be it artist management eventually,
Okay.
event management, having maybe down the line having our own recording studio. Like the idea is whatever the gaps are within the industry and how we can help to facilitate that, how we can make it easier for organizers to host parties, for organizers to get good artists, for artists to get good gigs. So it's like connecting all the key players of the industry and bringing them on one platform
Okay.
and seeing how we can fill in those gaps and make the whole industry grow as we
Cool,
grow.
cool.
Yeah.
As you were talking before that you used to discover parties by hearing, now there is tech involved, now there are a lot of bigger companies involved who were only doing events in the cities before, now they are coming to Goa because they see a potential here in Goa. What do you think the future of the party scene in Goa is?
So first of all, see, it's very healthy to have competition, in the
Yes.
industry. That is a signal in itself that the industry is growing and there is much to be done in the industry. So that's a very good sign. A lot of players are coming up and trying to compete in the market in a very
True,
healthy
true.
way. So that definitely signals that no matter what, uh, the industry will keep on growing in Goa as well as on a national level. We are a youngest nation, one of the youngest nation in the world,
True.
and the audience that we cater to is in that age group of 20 to 35.
Yes.
Right, we have one of the highest population in that age group.
Yes.
That's one. Another thing is it's also a very niche industry for uh, high income household and people who are high spenders, right? So also the income capacity is increasing in Indians.
True,
Yeah, we
true.
are
The
earning
capital
more.
is growing, yeah.
Yeah, capital is growing, so people are traveling more, people are
Yes.
spending more, people are
Yes.
looking out for such experiences more than ever
Yes.
before. So yeah, all the signs are signaling at that direction that
Towards the positive side
yes,
of it.
yes.
Great. So, as you started your company from zero, like you had no employees, as you said, and right now I think you have a team, and also it has spread all over the country. So, what's your plan in that matters? Like, do you want to? Are you looking for people? Or what do you suggest people to do in this area if they are planning to get into it?
No, definitely. We are always looking for people who are interested to join this project. From the beginning, I have kept this as the culture of the company.
Yes.
Like how a party start.
Yeah.
If the music is good, people will come and join you.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And that's how I'm trying to build my company as well.
Great.
We are kind of playing a music. People are
So the
kind of
building the community by itself
yeah
around it.
yeah so far more than 200 people have volunteered without taking any money or any income, just as a gesture to be part of this project,
Yeah.
because it's a very fun and a project which wants to spread joy, right?
Yeah,
like
which everyone also wanted to be doing it because they always came to Goa to party and
Yeah.
stuff, and which is helping. So yeah, I
Yes.
totally understand.
yeah so yeah, those people who are interested, who really believes in that vision, who believes that as the humans will grow as a civilization, the it's an utopian world where
Yes.
people are dancing and enjoying.
True.
That means your basic life is already settled. You don't have any worry. You are in the state of joy.
Yes.
And I think that's if people believe in that and people want to be part of a project like ours, yeah, they're more than welcome.
People have always related Goa and the party culture towards drugs. People like when I said I would go to Goa, my parents would say that, are you going to go do drugs there, or you would get into a bad influence? So what do you think, as it's right now it's growing, we have an airport which is very close to Arambol, 30 minutes away, and there is more police and everything has changed from before. So you think party and drug have some impact? That you think coming to Goa is a bad influence, or
I don't say that. It's like living a life is a bad influence. It's part of the life.
yes, yes,
We Goa, what Goa offers is it has everything for everyone.
true,
If you
true,
want a secluded, quiet place, you can find that.
yes,
If you want loud music banging all night, you can find that as well.
true, true,
So Goa can offer everything to everyone. It's up to you what you want, and also how you channelize it and integrate in your life. Like I tell you, like for me, dance is the best form of meditation for me,
true.
best form of working out, best form of entertainment, best way of socializing with others.
Yeah,
It's all of that. I don't see anything unhealthy in that.
yeah,
you
true,
know?
true, true.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah. So for me, it's like very medicinal and very healing. So yeah, I would say Goa is about freedom,
True.
and yeah, it can be scary little bit for some people if you get so much freedom.
Yeah, if they are
Um,
not open-minded, you have not been in this freedom, then they are really scared to let
Right.
their children or anyone.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. So I think there's a lot of fear around this whole um, drug concept and everything.
Yes.
Let me tell you one
yes.
thing. So I come from this small town called Gwalior,
Okay.
and Gwalior is popular for their dacoits.
Yes. True. True.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah, people used to ask me this, like, are you not scared living? You were born and brought up
yeah,
in
there.
such a city where dacoits, all the famous dacoits, be it Pan Singh Tomar or Phulan Devi, like many of them. But that's not usually the case. It's just a lot of fear and a lot of stereotypes that we have built around.
Yeah, it's just a
places like
label
Yeah.
towards countries. The
Yeah.
same with Goa. Like people
Yeah.
have always seen
Yeah.
party and drug. For example, myself, like I have been into party culture and I'm playing music, and of course I used to smoke and be in this circle of drugs. But after a long time, I have realized that my age and I have to improve things in my life. So I've recently quit. It's just been 2 weeks that I'm
Oh, amazing.
not touching anything. So I
Mhm.
also think that yoga wellness has so much pumped up in Goa now. So people
Mhm.
are going towards new age concept like biohack and stuff. So yeah, Goa has changed and is gonna change in the future is what I think.
Yeah. Like I said, Goa got everything. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So we have coming towards the end of our conversation. Would you like to say something to our audience about life, about party, or about anything you would like to put?
Yeah, I mean, I just would like to say one thing to my users who are using Partyhunt app. Yeah, just like we have been actively working on a lot of new things and exciting things, so you guys can have more fun. Just one thing, like when you party responsibly.
True.
Take care of, like, it's sustainable and it's garbage free, and yeah, consider the local laws and authorities, like you are in line with what the government and everybody in the community is aligned with. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, if you have freedom, don't think that you can do anything. This freedom comes with some rules and
Exactly.
regulations. As Rachit says, be responsible when you party, and
Yeah.
also respect the local people here because they have been living, it's their land. Many people have been not into respecting each other, but I think respect and responsibility brings a lot uh, of sanity in each other, and there is a community building involve local people. It will be great. Thanks for joining us in this podcast. Do like, subscribe. We will come back with more and more content like this. For now, that's it. Have a great day.
Thank you.